So here I'm going to show how to install VMware. So just go to this software, okay, and then here you need to click on VMware, then setup, then you need to right click and then run as administrator. Then you will get this window. So just click on next and then accept it and then click on next, and then here you'll get see enhanced keyboard driver or add VMware workstation console tools into the system path. Select the second one, okay, and then click on next. So here check for product update on startup. So this is and here also you can make it uncheck, no problem. Click on next. So here desktop on start menu, okay, let it be, and then click on next, then click on install. So VMware will be installed here, okay. So that's how it's going to be install the VMware. So I'll pause the video now. Until it's come, I'll resume that. It's super fast, so I don't need to pause it. Let's look at here. So it is installing. So the main purpose of VMware is to creating the virtual machine to configure or to install multiple operating systems in single mission. So here with the single CPU I'm going to install one or more operating systems, let's say for example CentOS, Red Hat Linux, or Windows servers like that. But to install CentOS I am configuring this VMware. So once installing, I'll show you how to configure virtual machines inside this. I mean how to create operating systems. I mean how to create work environment. R, small r. Okay, it's installing. Okay, so it was installed. Now click on finish. Okay, so and one more thing, it will ask for keygen. So how to update the key. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is here open here. Windows cannot open this one. Okay, maybe security threat is there for this. Okay, let me go back and then I will do one thing. So here it is, keygen is there. Actually I need to unzip this one. It is not extract all. Okay, so extract it. Oh, virus and threat it is showing something wrong. Extract cannot complete the compressed zip file as extraction wizard. Access to the compressed zip folder before you can extract files. You must change the permission for this compressed. Okay, so I need to change the permissions now. So go to compressed, security, edit. Hello. Hello. ఏమంట వాడే చేస్తున్నాడా? Here I have a license key. Let me type it. So MG48D6Q38K 6Q38K ZKX 8, and then AV9 N2 and then 3A CHD. Okay, let me continue. Click on yes. The license key that you entered is invalid. Oh my god. So now what I'm going to do is I'll delete this entire things. Okay, I'll enter HZ4W, HZ4W, HZ4W9, HZ4W9, A32 D6 KZU J9 H98 EM ACQ 5J. Invalid. Oh my god. Okay, make it 16 for 30 days. Let it be finished. Okay, so let it be for some things. Okay, now here look at here. Now we have what is that install VMware, and then I'm opening that. So create new virtual machine. Here just click on create new virtual machine and then take typical recommended, click on next, and then here you need to browse for images. Okay, click on browse. So here what I'm going to do is I have CentOS actually. Let me open that data ISO image where it is. So in go to this PC. So here you can find out the thing Red Hat. Okay, not Red Hat. I don't want Red Hat. I want CentOS. Let me do that. Okay. But okay, as of now I'll take Red Hat only. Later I'll take CentOS. Okay, now Red Hat 5.3.iso. Click on open. Okay, this is Red Hat Linux I am installing now. Just click on next. So here you need to provide full name, whatever it may be. Like I am giving Vishwanath, you can give as per your name, and then username you can give any name. Like for example, I am giving Vishwa only. Okay, and then password is also Vishwa123, only Vishwa123 without any capital letters. VISWA123. Okay, so this password is for both user and root accounts. So already it is having root username. Okay, but here we are adding one more username called Vishwa. Okay, and the password which we are providing is for both root and users. Okay, that's why the password is for both users and roots. Okay, root account and user account. So this is the user account which we are creating here, and then we are entering the password. That password is applicable to both root account and user account. Okay, so user is equal to Vishwa, and the root username is also root only, ROOT, root. Okay, click on next, and then here you can give any name for virtual machine name. So for example, I am giving Linux. Okay, so simple, click on next. So here you need to allocate the size 20 GB, it is by default. Okay, into multiple files. Okay, click on next, and then power on this virtual machine after creation. Click on finish. So now this is what finished, and then it is turning on the power. So it will take some time. Okay, so it will take some time. Here no need to give any inputs or anything. So meanwhile I will make it pause, and then once it is about to come, I will make it activate. I mean I'll resume the video. Okay, so as of now I'm just pausing the video. Yes, now the configuration of Linux, the status is now looks like this. So remaining time 4 minutes only. So అంతసేపు మనం వీడియో పెట్టుకోలేం కాబట్టి జస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ పాస్. ఓకే, నరేష్ నాకు మెసేజ్ పెట్టింది 7:17కి 7:30కి ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ జాయిన్ అయిపోదామని.
నరేష్ లేదు, ఇతను లేదు, ఇద్దరు లేదు.
అదే ఓ నరేష్ సెల్వి కనెక్ట్ సార్ అన్నాడు.
ఫైన్. తను ఇంకా జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదేమో అని చూస్తున్నాడు. ఎనీవే నాకు ఒక్కసారి ఈ వీడియో ఇవ్వండి బ్రో. నేను ఒకసారి ఇన్‌స్టాల్ చేసి ట్రై చేస్తాను నా
ఏది
దాంతో.
ఏది చెప్పు.
VMware‌ని. ఆ వీడియోస్ ఇస్తారు కదా నాకు.
ఆ, ఆ, ఆ.
సో, ఒక్కసారి ఎప్పుడన్నా ఫ్రీ టైమ్‌లో ఒకసారి ఇన్‌స్టాల్ చేసి ట్రై చేస్తాను. ఆల్రెడీ నేను ఒకసారి VMware యూజ్ చేశాను. ఇన్‌స్టాల్ చేశాను. నా దాంతో చెక్ చేయాలి ఉందో లేదో తెలీదు.
అవునా.
ఆ! బట్ చెక్ చేస్తాను ఒకసారి నేను.
సరే. ఓకే. ఓ, రికార్డ్ అయిపోతుంది ఇది. ఓకే. హాయ్ నరేష్. హాయ్ చంద్ర,
Hi
గుడ్
sir.
ఈవినింగ్.
Good evening, sir.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేశానంటే విఎంవేర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి విఎంవేర్లో లైనెక్స్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశాను. ఈ వీడియో మొత్తం రికార్డ్ అయింది. నేను మీకు ఇది షేర్ చేసినప్పుడు మీరు చూడండి, మీకు అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఓకేనా.
Okay, sir.
ఓకే, రైట్. సో ఇప్పుడు కూడా రికార్డ్ అవుతా ఉంది, డోంట్ వరీ. రైట్. సో నౌ హియర్ ఐఎమ్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద యూజర్ నేమ్. సో మనకేమంటే టూ యూజర్ నేమ్స్ ఉంటాయన్నమాట. ఓకేనా. ఒకటి రూట్, ఇంకోటి వచ్చి మనం ది టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ అంటే దీన్ని కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసేటప్పుడు యూజర్ నేమ్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేసి ఉంటాము. ఆ యూజర్ నేమ్ ఉంటుందన్నమాట. సో నేను ఫస్ట్ ఇచ్చిన యూజర్ నేమ్ ఏంటంటే విశ్వ అనే యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చినాను. ఓకేనా. సో ఇక్కడ విశ్వ అనేది ఏమంటే ఒక యూజర్ నేమ్. లైక్ మీకు ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ EC2లో నేను EC2 ఇన్స్టెన్స్లో మీకు చెప్పినాను కదా, లైక్ యూజర్ యాడ్ అని, లైక్ దట్. అట్లా యూజర్ని నేను ముందుగానే యాడ్ చేసుకుంటాను అనమాట. ఓకేనా. దిస్ ఈజ్ యూజర్ నేమ్. అండ్ దెన్ రూట్ ఆల్రెడీ బై డిఫాల్ట్ రూట్ ఉంటుంది, కానీ రూట్కి ఏం పాస్వర్డ్ ఉండదు. ఓకే. వెన్ వీఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ యూజర్ నేమ్, కొత్త యూజర్ నేమ్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు అట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ లాంచింగ్ మనం క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనం పాస్వర్డ్ ఏదైతే ఇస్తామో అదే రూట్కి కూడా ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఓకేనా. నేను అప్పుడే విశ్వ అని యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చి పాస్వర్డ్ వచ్చి విశ్వ 123 ఇచ్చినాను. సేమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఫర్ రూట్ అని అక్కడ ఇండికేషన్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. మీరు వీడియో చూడండి, మీకు అర్థమైపోతుంది. జస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ ఎంటరింగ్ విత్ ద రూట్ నౌ. ఓకే. సో నౌ హియర్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎంటర్ పాస్వర్డ్ విశ్వ 123. ఓకే. సో జస్ట్ ఎంటర్. సి హియర్ ఇలా ఉంటుందన్నమాట మనం యాక్సెస్ చేసుకునే లైనెక్స్ EC2 ఇన్స్టెన్స్. లైనెక్స్ మనం ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ EC2 ఇన్స్టెన్స్ లైనెక్స్ చేసుకునేది కూడా బ్యాక్ ఎండ్లో ఇట్లుంటుందన్నమాట. అంటే దాని యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్, అంటే గ్రాఫికల్ యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఇట్లుంటుందన్నమాట. ఓకేనా. సో ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు చేంజ్ లైక్ చేంజ్ డెస్క్టాప్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, యూ కెన్ చేంజ్ ద డెస్క్టాప్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఆల్సో. లైక్ ఇట్లా మనకి చాలా ఉంటాయన్నమాట ఇక్కడ. వీటిలో మనకి ఏది కావాలనుకుంటే అది మనం సెర్చ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకేనా. So RHEL open flower like this. Okay, flower garden like this, simple like this. Okay. So here clean up by name, simple. సో మనకి విండోస్ ఎట్లో లైనెక్స్ కూడా అట్లా విండో లాగా ఉంటుంది. మనకి విండోస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ఎట్లా చూసేదానికి అట్లా ఉంటుంది ఇది కూడా. అండ్ హియర్ నౌ యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు చేంజ్ ద థింగ్ డిస్ప్లే ఆల్సో, డిస్ప్లే సైజ్. సో నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ షోయింగ్ సింపుల్ వన్ 640 x 480 pixel. Now what I am going to do is I will select 1024 into 740. Okay, let me do that. So I will click here. Okay. Okay. So to take into the effect I need to reboot that one. Okay, so log out root. Okay, and then I will re-log in again. Okay, so what it will take means it will take effect like 1024 into something. Right now I am going to log in with the root. So password is Vishwa 123. ఇది మీకు జస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ పర్పస్ కోసం నేను చెప్తాను అంతే. బట్ ఎందుకు ఇది మనకి. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ డూ దట్ నౌ. సో క్లిక్ ఆన్ డిస్ప్లే. సో డిస్ప్లేలోకి వస్తే ఒకసారి మనం ఏం చేద్దామంటే జస్ట్ ఇట్లా ఓపెన్ చేద్దాం. ఓకే. Display settings changed, you need to log out and restart the X server. Okay, click on OK and then go to system and then log out root, log out. సో ఇప్పుడే మారిపోతుంది చూడండి మీకు సైజు. చూడండి ఇంతకుముందు మనకి చిన్నగా ఉండింది కదా ఇక్కడ విండో మనం యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చేది, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి మనకి పెద్దగా వచ్చింది. కొద్దిసేపు ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు బి రీడ్. దట్ ఈస్
Must and should we have to log out, sir, that one?
when you are changing the desktop size you need to log out and then log in again. Okay.
Oh.
Right. Wait, it is it needs to me, okay, right, like this. Okay, if you want to full screen you can, or if you want, see here, enter full screen mode, and then if you again click here, exit full screen mode. Okay, so simply now you can see, now you can type root and then enter, then Vishwa 123. Okay, like this. Simple. Now look at here how it is showing. So like that you can able to change your thing. Okay, then like this you can do clips like this. Okay, okay, so this is actually the user interface of Linux operating system. And then whatever it may be, you are creating the things. See, for example, if I go to computer here, see, look at here, in this it is also having file system and then CD and then network. This is okay. If you click on file system, look at here, we are having some bin, boot, dev, etc, home, library, lost plus found, media, miscellaneous, mount, net, opt, proc, procedure, root, sbin, sc, linux, like that. Okay, so these are all called file systems in Linux operating system. Okay, సో మనం ఇన్ రోల్ ఏం చేసాము, జస్ట్ పుట్టిలోకి వెళ్ళి మనం ls -l అని cd స్పేస్ స్లాష్ రూట్ ఇస్తే మనకి ఏం కనపడుతుంది, ఇవన్నీ కనపడతాయి. చూడండి ఇక్కడ సింబల్ కూడా రూట్ ఉంది, చూడండి ఇక్కడ పైన ఇక్కడ రూట్ సింబల్ ఉంది చూడండి, స్లాష్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఒకవేళ టెర్మినల్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే, ఓపెన్ టెర్మినల్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఇప్పుడు రూట్లో ఉంటాం ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఇఫ్ యూ డూ హియర్, సీ లుక్ అట్ హియర్, ll means see here it is showing like that only. Okay, so here also the terminal is there, simply inside that, inside we have terminal available in the Linux operating system. This is called virtual terminal. Okay, so here you can able to create the directories, whatever it may be. For example, directories DevOps, like this. Okay, so we have DevOps folder now. Look at here, DevOps. Now go to DevOps. Okay, DevOps. So in this nothing is there, so I am going to press VMware. I am going to create the directory called VMware. Now see, if I close this one, look at here, DevOps is there. If you go inside, VMware is there. If I go inside, nothing is there. Here I can do create folder like this also. Okay, so sample file. Okay, sample, like this. This is directory, not file. Okay, so if I close this, see, DevOps VMware in this sample. Here I can able to create the file also, create document, empty file. Okay, so file name, this is like so SSH command. Okay, like this. Now if you want to edit, you can directly open this one and then you can edit directly. Okay, this is not vEditor, this is directly like gedit only. Okay, so look at here, DevOps VMware sample. Hi, this is the sample file to explain SSH. Okay, so simple, save it and then close it. Now what I am going to do is, now I'll go to things like desktop only, just right click, open terminal. Now you are in normal root. Okay, see, pwd means you are in /root, but you need to go to /. So here you can go to DevOps, which we have created just now. Okay, inside DevOps we have VMware. Okay, so VMware, so inside VMware we have sample folder. Okay, inside sample we have SSH command file is there. Okay, so cat SSH command. See, this is the sample file to explain. We have two things are there. Why? Because we have created by manually, right? That's why we are showing two things. Okay, so look at here like this, temporary one, that SSH command, that symbol represents to temporary one. Okay, here this is not putty, so if you select, it will not copy. You need to right click and then copy. Okay, but how can you able to connect to this one now via putty? See, this is inside the VMware now. How can we do that? Means let us try with the if config. Okay, so if config. So if config is nothing but it will show the IP address. Look at here, it is having the IP address of the particular system, Linux system. Now this is 192, it will not copy to this one. What I will do is go to here and then I will do one thing here. So I'll select default settings and then I will delete this. So here I will select and then type 192.168.159.128. okay, plus enter. See here, click on accept, login as. So now I am going to log in with root, enter. Now password, see in the EC2 instance we are not giving any password, but here you need to give the password. I am logging as a root and login as a root, and it is prompting for password. Here I am going to give password called Vishwa123. okay, enter. See here, now we have logged into the this particular system with the putty only. okay, so here you can able to change the settings also, like go to appearance and then change the font size also. If you want to increase the font size, I will increase that. okay, and then if you want to change the color also, we can change it, but okay, anyways I want to increase just font size only. okay, meanwhile I'll do one thing, I'll create one more mission. Look at here how I am going to create, so that you can able to understand. Why? Because I need two missions now. Why? Because I need to connect from one mission to another mission, right? SSH, by using SSH without logging into the slave server, I will do that. okay, so for this I will rename this one, no problem, but I think now I cannot able to rename or not. Let me rename that master one. okay, right, I can able to rename this one, existing one also. okay, but now I am going to create slave one, create a new virtual mission. Look at here how I am going to create. So first select a typical recommended only, click on next. Here you need to select the image file .iso. I have already Red Hat 5.3 ISO one disk image file, so I am just selecting that one and then click on next. So here you need to provide the name. So what I told you just before, that is the one only. okay, so now here username, look at here I am going to give the username as Vishwa1 now. okay, so not Vishwa1, so I am giving username is DevOps. okay, so next is password is DevOps only. okay, DevOps1. okay, DevOps1. Now see here, this password is for both user and root accounts. So as of now, this is I am creating the new one again. okay, and that new one is username is DevOps, but it is already having the username called root. okay, so the root we have username, but there is no password assigned already to the root account. okay, so the password which we are giving here is applicable to root account also, and as well as username DevOps also. Just click on next. So here you can able to change the name. Now I am changing to slave. okay, so click on next. So same, click on next and then click on finish. See here, power on this virtual mission after creation, click on finish. okay, so let it be create and then power on this mission, let it be happen. Meanwhile we will do some configurations here. okay, so what is the actual concept of SSH configuration here? So we need to connect from master server to slave server. So how can we do that? Means by creating the generating the SSH keygen like that. okay, so that is already I have shown you, right, how to do that thing, but in the EC2 Amazon EC2 instance it was not achieved because it is having its own virtual private cloud. That's why it was not happened there. It is having different things. We will see later in the concept of VPC. okay, now we will see here how we are going to do that. See, for that you need to be go to cd/root. okay, so here you need to find .ssh. see here nothing is there, so what I am going to do is LA. so LA will not be working, ls minus LA. look at here, .ssh is there. Where is that? okay, here there is no .ssh as of now. okay, why? Because here we need to create the thing SSH keygen like that, then automatically it will create the SSH. okay, let me change the background color so that you will come to know. Change settings, colors, and then use system colors, apply. See, look at here, .ssh is not here. okay, okay, here we will enter the key called SSH keygen. okay, simply we need to give SSH keygen. okay, so what it will do means, let us see. okay, see here it is going to create the root.ssh id underscore RSA. Now it is creating its own directory called .ssh. In that id underscore RSA it is going to be saved, that is public or private RSA key pair. Here it is showing, see, generating public or private RSA key pair. Okay, just I am pressing enter and then again pressing enter and then again pressing enter. Now it was created. Now look at here, I am going to do ls minus la. Look at here, we have .ssh now. Okay, so we will go inside to that directory. Okay, ll. So here we will have id underscore RSA dot pub. Okay, so if you open that id underscore RSA dot pub, look at here, it is looking like this. Okay, let me copy this one. Okay, and then I'll paste it in notepad plus plus. Okay, so let me save it in notepad plus plus. The key should be in the single line only. Okay, remember that the key always should be in single line like this. Okay, so then only you can able to copy this one to into the slave server. Okay, right. Now what you need to do in the client server. Okay, client server in the sense is nothing but the server which we are creating just now. See, still 4 minutes are there. Okay, no worries. So the steps is first, the steps are like this. Okay, I will send the steps things, but anyways I will tell you that just in master server. Okay, let me give you in the paint.
Bro, you can explain in notepad also, that is useful us.
Right, here also I can explain simply. Why? Because so this is master server. Okay, so in the master server, okay, let it be considered as master server. Okay, so what I am going to do is I will change the font size now. Just okay. Okay, so in this master server, this is too small, right? Okay, in this master server, go to /root. Okay, there enter ssh minus keygen command. Okay, then go to cd slash root slash dot ssh. Okay, so here you can able to find this one. Okay, id underscore RSA dot pub. Okay, so what you need to do is copy the content in id underscore RSA pub and then paste into SLAV slave server refer slave server configuration. Okay, now I am going to create in the slave server. This is what I am going to give you in the slave server. Okay, look at here, this is slave server. Okay, so the first step is same as it is, go to /root and then enter the command called ssh minus key gen. Okay, so here you need to enter 3 times. Okay, same like that, there also I need to provide this step. Actually, 4th step, enter 3 times. Okay, and then 5th one, go to .ssh. Okay, so here also you can see the id underscore RSAPUB file. Okay, so what you need to do is now, so here if there is no any file called authorized underscore keys, so you need to create manually. Okay, create manually file called authorized underscore keys. Okay, file. Okay, and then in this file you need to right, in this file you need to paste the master server content. Okay, file content. So same you can do vice versa. Okay, same in the sense is same, copy the slaves content to masters servers file means to authorized underscore key. This is very important in your real time also. Okay, so you have so many n number of servers in your real time. So here just we are considering two servers only called master and slave server. Okay, master and slave server. So you need to connect from master to slave server without password. Okay, without password you need to connect. Let us see how we are going to see that one. Okay, right. See, now I have created one more thing. Okay, so it is asking for username. So here I am giving DevOps. Okay, oh sorry, DevOps 1. Password is DevOps 1. Now I have logged with DevOps actually, but what I am going to do is I will change display here. So it is asking for root. See, if you want to change any configurational settings, you need to provide the root password. In the putty also, if you are doing anything from user account, it will ask the password for root, right? Like that here also it is asking for the root password. So I am providing root password here. Just click on OK. So now you can able to change the display size. Okay, so you can click on OK. Now you need to log out and then log in. Just go to system and then log out DevOps, and then now you can able to log in with the big screen. See, look at here. So now I will log in with root. So password is DevOps 1. See, now this is slave server. Okay, this is slave server and this is master server. Okay, wait for a moment, it will load here. Okay, so this is slave and this is master. Come on, like this is master. Okay, master's IP address is this one, 168.159.128. Maybe slave address also it will give some IP address, like let me get that IP address. So if config. Okay, see, this is 129, that is 192, 168, 159, 128, and this is 159. Why? Because this is same virtual machine, right? So IP address will be automatically counting in the form of in the sequential mode. Okay, so let me connect to that slave also. Just right click here and then click on new session. Okay, so same here, you need to provide 192.168.1 what is the IP address? 159, 129. So 159.129. Okay, press enter. So just click on accept. So login as root. Okay, so password is DevOps 1. Okay, right. See, this is actually slave server. Okay, and the white background is the root, sorry, master, and black background is slave. Okay, I will change the settings to increase the size, font size. So here I am going to give 18. Okay, so click on apply. See, this is slave and this is master. Okay, so I'll just increase the size like this. Okay, I'll do one thing. Oh, sorry. I'll do like this. Okay. Okay. Okay, look at here. Now I have generated the id underscore rsa dot public in master server, and this is the slave server. Here I didn't generate anything. Okay, first I have generated here, and then I will paste here. Okay, so in the slave server what I am doing is, look at here, cd slash root. Okay, so if I do ll here, nothing is there. If I do ls minus la dot ssh file is not there. Okay, look at here, see, nothing is there. Okay, so I will do create mkdir space dot ssh. I am creating the directory called dot ssh. Dot means hidden directory. Okay, see here, ls minus la. Now it is showing dot ssh. This is the one. Okay, so go to this directory dot ssh. So here nothing is there. Okay, so here what we need to do is, you need to create the file name called authorized key. Okay, authorized underscore keys. Okay, authorized underscore keys. Okay, now look at here, this is the authorized underscore keys. Now you need to copy this key to this authorized underscore keys. Let me do that. Go to this one and then control A, control C. Now I'll come to here in the slave server vi space authorized keys. Okay, press enter, press I insert, and then right click. See, now you have just copied the master key to the slave server. Okay, so now look at here, what I am going to do is, from here what I am going to do is ssh space, I will provide this IP address. Okay, what is this IP address? 192.168.159.129. Okay, see here. Now first it will ask for yes or no. Now I am giving yes. See, look at here, without password we entered into the 159. Okay, see, now if I do if config, okay, look at here, the IP address it is showing 159.129. Now we are in slave server. Okay, in the slave server as of now I didn't created anything. Look at here, cd slash. Okay, see, by default files are there in this. Okay, if I get maximum, see here, the default files are there. There is no any DevOps or there is no anything like, right? So now what I am going to do is creating mkdir space January. Okay, right. See here, we have January directory is there now. Okay, so go to January. Here nothing is there now. Inside the January nothing is there. What I am going to do is, from the master server I am going to create that. Now I am in slave server actually, after connecting by using SSH now. Okay, so what I am going to do is cd slash January. See, now I am in January. In this nothing is there. So here I am going to create the file called touch space holidays. Okay, so I have created the file called holidays. Okay, so now if you want to see that in original here, so ll, see, holidays is there. ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేశానంటే సింపుల్, జస్ట్ మాస్టర్ నుంచి స్లేవ్కి ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ అనే కమాండ్ ఇచ్చి కనెక్ట్ అయినాను. జస్ట్ స్టార్టింగ్లో ఎస్ అని ఇచ్చినాను. ఫస్ట్ టైం అడుగుతుందంటే సెకండ్ టైం నుంచి అడగదు. నౌ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ దిస్ స్లేవ్ సర్వర్. ఎక్కడి నుంచి నువ్వు ఉన్నావు? మాస్టర్లో నుంచి స్లేవ్లో ఉన్నావు అనమాట. ఓకేనా? సో సింప్లీ నువ్వు ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోతే నౌ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఒరిజినల్ మాస్టర్ సర్వర్. సి ఇఫ్ కాన్ఫిగ్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ షోయింగ్ 128 ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, now you want to now you need to do the same thing for vice versa, slave to master. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు నేను స్లేవ్ లేక వస్తాను ఇక్కడ. సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు చూడండి ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ అని ఇచ్చి నేను ఇప్పుడు ట్రై చేస్తాను. నేను ఇక్కడ 128కి వెళ్ళే దానికోసం చూడండి, క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఎస్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఫర్ పాస్వర్డ్ నౌ. Okay, so if I give password Vishwa1, then only I will enter into this particular mission. See, I am trying to connecting from this master mission to slave mission by using SSH command. Okay, so how means you need to configure definitely this SSH keygen authorized keys. Okay, you need to do in the real time also. If you want to do SSH from one server to another server, you need to do this mandatory. Okay, that's why you need to know this concept. Now see, without asking the password I can able to do that. See, with asking for password, now I am giving Vishwa1. See, now I am going to enter into the so root password, right? So this is VISWA1. Why it is not taking 128, right? So no, permission denied public key. Okay, right. So with the password I think okay. Now see, if config, so still it is in 129 only, we didn't enter. Why? Because we are not saving that key now. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to save this key to the master one. See, now first what I am going to do is cd root. So here I am doing SSH minus key gen. Okay, but I am just pressing enter now. Look at here, it is also saving the same key to the path. Press enter, press enter, press enter. Now go to cd.ssh. So here you can able to see the file also, id underscore rsa pub. Look at here, authorized keys is there. Now you need to open this one. Okay, so cat right click, see here, copy this content. Okay, copy this content and then go to notepad press. So here you can able to do control A, control C. Now go to master server. Okay, so in the master server you don't have that authorized key. Okay, so for that you need to create touch space authorized keys file. Okay, authorized underscore keys. Okay, just enter and then vi authorized keys, press I and then right click and then escape, save it. Okay, now we have configured, we have copied that public key from master to slave and slave to master. So now we are going to SSH vice versa. We can able to SSH connection, SSH from slave to master. Now what I am going to do is same but 128. Okay, so 128. See, now simply we are in 128 now. See, if config, look at here, now we are in 128. What is the purpose of to enable this SSH in the real time? రియల్ టైంలో ఎందుకు మనకి ఇది మనం ఎనేబుల్ చేయాలా? వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ పర్పస్? ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే మనం ఒక మిషన్ నుంచి ఇంకో మిషన్కి ఫైల్స్ని కాపీ చేసుకోవడం కోసం అనమాట. మనం ఒకవేళ ఈ ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ని మనం ఎనేబుల్ చేసుకోకుండా, ఈ కీస్ని మనం చేసుకోకుండా ఉంటే వీ కెనాట్ ఏబుల్ టు కాపీ ద ఫైల్స్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ సర్వర్ టు అనదర్ సర్వర్. మనకి రియల్ టైంలో ఏమి ఒక మిషన్ నుంచి ఇంకో మిషన్కి ఖచ్చితంగా మ్యాండేటరీగా ఫైల్స్ని కాపీ చేసుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా? ఒకవేళ అట్లా చేయలేదనుకోండి, మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? అప్పుడు ఈ సర్వర్ నుంచి మీరు విన్ఎస్సిపి డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకొని, విన్ఎస్సిపి నుంచి దీంట్లో ఉన్న కంటెంట్ మీ లోకల్ ల్యాప్టాప్లోకి డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకొని, మళ్ళీ లోకల్ ల్యాప్టాప్ నుంచి ఈ స్లేవ్ సర్వర్లకి అప్లోడ్ చేసుకోవాలన్నమాట. అంటే ఇంత ప్రాసెస్ ఉందన్నమాట. ఇలాంటి ప్రాసెస్ని మీరు అవాయిడ్ చేసేదానికోసమనే మనకి సింపుల్గా ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ అనేది లైనక్స్ వాళ్ళు ప్రొవైడ్ చేశారనమాట. నౌ లుక్ అట్ హియర్, ఐ విల్ గో టు రూట్, cd// see here DevOps folder is there. Now I want to copy this DevOps folder entire directory to slave mission. See here in the slave mission we don't have that, right? So if you do ll, there is no DevOps thing. Okay, there is no DevOps thing. Okay, there is no DevOps thing. We have some like after something dev, after dev it is etc. Okay, so now what I am going to do is I will use scp command. scp command is very important. scp minus rp. Okay, scp is nothing but secure copy from one mission to another mission. Okay, you can able to copy the content from one mission to another mission by using scp command. Now I am copying this DevOps folder to mission. Okay, so here whatever the username you need to provide here. For example, if I give DevOps username, we need to provide DevOps username only, and the destination IP address here you need to provide. Okay, so the destination IP address is 129. Okay, and then you need to give the path also. See here I am giving the path :home/DevOps. Okay, or else you can give simply home. Okay, సి నౌ SCP - RP డెవాప్స్ అనే ఫోల్డర్ నేను ఇక్కడ డెవాప్స్ యూజర్తో పోతాను, అంటే డెవాప్స్ అని తీసేస్తాను ఇక్కడ, ఎందుకంటే రూట్ పెడతాను, మీకు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయిపోతున్నారు ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, రూట్ యూజర్తో వెళ్తాను. ఓకే, సో ఇది బేసిక్గా దీని కమాండ్ మెయిన్, దీని కమాండ్ సింటాక్స్ ఏమంటే SCP స్పేస్ -RP ఫైల్ నేమ్ స్పేస్ అండ్ దెన్ యూజర్ నేమ్ @ IP అడ్రస్ ఆర్ హోస్ట్ నేమ్. ఓకే, హోస్ట్ నేమ్ కానీ ఏదైనా కోలన్, here you need to give path of the file, that is nothing but destination path. Okay, here you can give destination path like this is the original syntax. I have given the same syntax right here. SCP - RP, this is file, DevOps is a folder, and I am connecting with root to the destination IP address, and then this is the where I want to copy this DevOps secure copy. Okay, so what I am going to do is delete up to home. Now I am just pressing enter now. Okay, see, simply it was copied. Let us see DevOps folder was in home directory in the slave server or not. Let's go to the slave server. Okay, so if you want to check if config, check if config. Look at here, this is 129 is slave server only. cd/home. Okay, do ll. Look at here, DevOps folder is there. Okay, this is the main reason behind to configure this SSH. Definitely not only anywhere, in any company, in any project, you should do this one. Okay, so you should know about this SSH things. Okay, so for this you need to know that SSH keygen, and then after that you need to know that authorized keys also. Okay, and then if you want to know about known hosts. Okay, so known hosts in the sense is that is nothing but simple. Let me show you that root. Okay, /.ssh. Okay, here see known host file, it was created automatically, we didn't create this one, right? So cat, right click, press enter. See here in the known host also it is going to be add this IP address like this. If you have n number of missions, okay, see here manaki ipo 2 unnai, 2 servers unnai, but if you have 10 servers or 1000 servers also, you can able to add the key to this known host file, so that automatically you can do SSH or SSH command or SCP. You can able to do SCP from one folder to from one mission to another mission by using this SCP command. Okay, so CP is nothing but simple copy that is within the mission, and SCP is nothing but secure copy that is from mission to mission. Okay, this is important interview question also. Okay, that is about SSH one. Any doubts in this?
No bro, got it.
No, right?
No. బ్రో ఇన్ కేస్ మనం ఇది యూజ్ చేయలేదు అంటే, మనం మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ఫస్ట్ డౌన్లోడ్ ఒక సర్వర్లో ఇంకా విండోస్ కి వేసుకోవాలి, విండోస్ లో ఇంకా ఇంకొక సర్వర్ కి కాపీ చేసుకోవాలి, విండోస్ యూజ్ చేసుకుని.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ అదన్నమాట మెయిన్ మ్యాటర్.
ఓకే,
ఓకేనా?
ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇది ఫేస్ చేశాను బ్రో, అందువల్ల అడుగుతున్నా.
అందుకనే ఇది నువ్వు కానీ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసుకున్నావు అనుకో, ఈజీగా నీకు వర్కౌట్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా? అంటే సింపుల్ గా అయిపోతుంది పని, ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ సెకండ్స్ లో అయిపోతుంది. రైట్, ఎన్ని కాల్స్ అంటే అన్ని ఫైల్స్ నువ్వు చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. ఒకవేళ నీకు డెస్టినేషన్ సర్వర్లో రూట్ పాస్వర్డ్ అంటే రూట్ అకౌంట్కి పాస్వర్డ్ లేదు, డైరెక్ట్గా రూట్కి చేయలేము, రూట్ పాస్వర్డ్ లేదు, కానీ నీ అకౌంట్కి చేసుకొని మళ్ళీ సూడో బ్యాష్ చేయొచ్చు అంటే, అప్పుడు నువ్వు నీ యూజర్కి చేసుకొని, హోమ్లో నీ యూజర్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ యూజర్లోకి చేసుకొని మళ్ళీ రూట్లోకి వెళ్ళి ఆ యూజర్ నుంచి కాపీ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. నువ్వు సింపుల్ అది. అంటే నేను చెప్పిన ఇప్పుడు కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటంటే, చాలామందికి రియల్ టైంలో ఏమవుతుందంటే, ఫస్ట్ నీ యూజర్ ఐడితో లాగిన్ అవుతావు అనమాట. ఓకేనా? తర్వాత నువ్వు సూడో బ్యాష్ అని ఇస్తాను, ఇట్లా ఏమవుతుందంటే ఆటోమేటిక్గా నువ్వు రూట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతావు. అంటే వితౌట్ హ్యావింగ్ ద రూట్ పాస్వర్డ్ లేకుండానే నువ్వు రూట్లోకి వెళ్తావు అనమాట. ఎట్లంటే సూడో ఎస్లో నీ యూజర్ నేమ్ యాడ్ చేసి పెట్టేస్తారు లైనెక్స్లో. ఓకేనా? సో దానికి రూట్ అకౌంట్ పాస్వర్డ్ అనేది నీకు ఇవ్వరు, హైయర్ అథారిటీస్ దగ్గరే ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో అట్ దట్ టైం మనం ఏదైనా కాపీ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు ఇక్కడ రూట్ యూజర్తో కాపీ చేసుకుంటున్నాం కదా, ఈ రూట్ యూజర్తో కాపీ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు మనం కాపీ చేసుకోలేము, ఎందుకంటే వీ విల్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ రూట్ పాస్వర్డ్. ఓకే, అట్ దట్ టైం ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తాము, రూట్ యూజర్ నేమ్ కాకుండా నీ యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇస్తాం అనమాట. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఈ రూట్ తీసేసి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నీ యూజర్ నేమ్ సతీష్ అనుకో, సతీష్ అని ఇస్తాం, ఇట్లా సతీష్ @ అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఫైల్ ఎక్కడ పోతుందంటే ఖచ్చితంగా హోమ్ సతీష్ యూజర్లోకి వెళ్తుంది అనమాట. ఎందుకంటే ప్రతి ఒక్క యూజర్ డేటా ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందంటే మనకి హోమ్లోనే ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి. Okay na?
Yeah, bro, got it.
You got it right.
Yes, yes,
మీకు
bro.
ఈసీటీ ఇన్స్టెన్స్లో కూడా చూపిస్తాను. యూజర్స్ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్నీ ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయంటే మనకు హోమ్లో ఉంటాయన్నమాట. ఓకేనా, లైక్ దిస్. సో అర్థమైంది కదా. మళ్ళీ మనం దాంట్లోకి లాగిన్ అయ్యి సూడో బ్యాష్ తీసుకొని మళ్ళీ హోమ్ సతీష్కి వచ్చి మనం ఎక్కడ కావాలనుకుంటే అక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్
Oh,
వాట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు షో యూ నౌ. ఓకే, రైట్. ఓకే, now I wanted to show you date command. If you press date, it will show some January 13th 12:18, but the time is now 8:18, 8:18 p.m. night, but it is showing 12:18. Why? Because this will show that this is PST time, PST 2022. Let us see. Actually it should not show PST, actually it should show UTC, universal consolidated time actually, but it is showing some PST time. Let us see what is that PST also. సో పిఎస్టీ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ పసిఫిక్ టైం, దట్ ఈ ద పసిఫిక్ స్టాండర్డ్ టైం, అంటే మన పసిఫిక్ స్టాండర్డ్ టైం తీసుకునింది అనమాట. ఓకేనా, సో ఇట్ ఈస్ 6:48 AM, మీన్స్ 6:48 ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ ఈస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ షోయింగ్ 12:18, బట్ ఓకే లెట్ మీ షో యూటీసీ టైం నౌ. యూటీసీ టైం నౌ. ఓకే, see 2:49 PM it is showing, but it is still showing 12:18. Okay, something wrong with the time settings. Okay, we can able to change the time settings also, but okay, no need. Why? Because in the real time you never touch the time settings. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is now the concept is called cron tab. That is nothing but cron job. Okay, so this is also very very important in the real time. This is nothing but scheduled jobs. Okay, so as I told you, right, some small shell script I told you, right, cd/devops. Okay, so here we have VMware cd VMware. So in this VMware we have sample file, right, cd sample. Now I'll create one more file called script.sh. Okay, right. So what I want to do is mkdir space what we can give January. Okay, and then cd January, and then touch file called holidays. Okay, right, this is what we wanted to execute this one. Okay, escape :wq not. So if we execute this, first let me change the permissions. chmod -capital R 775 script. Okay, right, now I have changed the permissions also. If we do execute this one script.sh, what it will do means it will create here January. In that January we will have holidays file. Look at here, this is what the script will do. Okay, so now what I am going to do is now I will delete this January. Why? Because if I do cron tab it will do again. Okay, so I will delete this one. First of all, the cron tab, let us know about the cron tab first. Okay, so let me delete this one. Just I am going to give, if you want to take screenshot you can take. Satish, Gajendra, Naresh.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
took, sir. We took, bro.
Right, okay, right. So I am going to take new one. Okay, don't save. So what is the main cron job? Cron job is nothing but scheduled jobs. Scheduled jobs in the sense is every day at particular this time, or particular week, or particular day of the month, or particular day of the week, particular time you need to execute or you need to run one script. Okay, so all the time, but at that particular time you cannot able to log into the server, and then you cannot able to do that one, do execute that script. Okay, you don't have time, or you might have some other task like that, but it should be run at that particular time only. So for such type of tasks and such type of things can be done by configuring cron job. Okay, so the cron job the cron job structure, how it is showing is, let me show you. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, slash path of the file to execute. Okay, to execute. So I wanted to show you now what is meant by A, B, C, D here. Okay, so the point A called, what is meant by A? Okay, okay, I'll do one thing, control side. First I'll do E. Okay, what is meant by E? Okay, right. What is meant by E means E is nothing but 0 to 7. That means 0 is equal to Sunday and 7 is equal to also Sunday. Okay, so syntax for this is 0 space 0 space star space star space 7 means that is Sunday, and this is the path of the file to execute. ఓకే, సో మొత్తం చెప్పిన తర్వాత మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది, కానీ నేను ఇది రివర్స్లో చెప్తాను, అందుకని మీకు అర్థం కాదేమో. బట్ ఎనీవేస్ నేను మళ్ళీ మామూలుగానే చెప్తాను అండి. ఫస్ట్ ఏ తీసుకుంటాను నేను, ఓకేనా. ఏ, సో ఏ అంటే ఏమంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఏ అనేది ఎట్లుంటుందంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు మినిట్స్. ఓకే, that is 0 to the range of this is 0 to 59 minutes only, right? So for example syntax, let's take syntax. For example, if you want to execute the file at particularly 7 minutes, okay, so you need to give the syntax is 7 space star space star space star space star space and then path of the file to execute. Okay, like this you need to provide the syntax. Okay, anyways we will do some example, then you will come to know. Next we will see B. Okay, what is meant by B? So B is nothing but here hours. Okay, that is nothing but 0 to 23 hours. Okay, 0 to 23 hours, that is the range, right? The syntax is, okay, for example if you want to execute at 7th hour, okay, so for syntax is simple 0 space 7 space star 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 and then path of the file to execute. Okay, like this. And then C, let us see the C. C is nothing but days. Okay, days in the sense we have 31 days, right, like that. Okay, 0 to 31 days. Okay, syntax is, for example if you want to execute at 7th day of every month, 7th day of every month, 0 space 0 space 7 space star space star and then path of the file to execute. Okay, like this. Okay, and then D, final D is, what may be the D? ఏం మిగిలిపోయింది మనకి ఇప్పుడు?
Also days and months, sir.
Months, 1 to 12 months. Okay, so syntax, for example if you want to execute the file at every 7th month of year, okay, so for that 0 space 0 space 0 space 0 space sorry, not 4 zeros, 7, then star. Okay, then path of the file to execute. Okay, oh shit. Syntax is 0 space 0 space 0 space 7 space star and then path of the file to execute. Okay, like this. See now A B C D E is nothing but like this. First one resembles to minutes, 0 to 59 minutes every day, so every hour 7th minute. Okay, this 7 in the sense is midnight 12:07 a.m. Okay, and then after 1:07 a.m., after 2:07 a.m., after 3:07 a.m., after 4:07 a.m., like that every 7th minute of the hour it is going to be execute the file. Okay, and this one 23 hours, 0 to 23 hours, and this is resembles to hours. Every 7th hour means 12 plus 7, 6, right? Sorry, 5. So at morning 5, and then next like that. Okay, sorry, so this is 7 only, directly 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? So at like that 7 a.m. it is going to be execute the file. This is railway timing. Remember, railway timing, if you are providing 18 means it's going to be 6 p.m. or 14 means it's going to be 2 p.m. like that. Okay, and this is days, 7th day, and this is month, 7th month, and this is week of the day. 7th means Sunday, every Sunday it's going to be execute. This is the actual concept of cron job. Okay, now let us see what I am going to do is, this is minutes, right? So now what I am going to do is, we have created one script file here. Okay, script.sh. What is the path of that file? This is the path, DevOps VMware and then script.sh. Okay, now I am going to do that cron tab. See here, how I am going to do is cron tab space minus L. This command is used to list out the cron tabs. Look at here, no cron tab for root. As of now, there is no cron tabs for root. So this cron tab minus L is used to list out the cron jobs. If you want to list out any cron jobs, you need to provide this, execute this command, cron tab space minus L. And if you want to add any cron tab, simple cron tab space minus E, that is nothing but edit. Okay, and this will also take you to the VI editor only. Okay, VI editor only, remember that. Press I for the insert command. Okay, now I want to execute that script command for 3 minutes. Okay, so now I am giving 3 minutes here, and then star, and then star, and then star, and then star, and then I am giving the path. So what is the path here? Our path is this one, right? So slash script.sh. okay, inside the VMware we have this script.sh. okay, it's going to be executed 3 minutes from here. Okay, but from now it's not going to be execute the 3 minutes. What is the time now? I have execute the date also, right? What's the date now? 12:18. 12:18 in the sense is nothing but so around, it's around main. Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me first save this one, escape :wq. Okay, so now I'll do again date. So now it's 12:30. What I will do is 12:34. Okay, 12:34. That means now what I'm going to do is 34 minutes. Okay, 34 like that. So just I see here I am typing X here in the escape mode only, it will delete, and then press I. So here I am going to give 34. So 34th minute it is going to be execute the script, escape :wq not. Okay, so now look at here, cron tab space minus L I am going to give. See, it is showing the cron job script. This is what we have edited, right? Cron tab minus E. This is what we have edited, scheduled in the cron tab. So it is showing now 34th minute. Every 34th minute it is going to be executed from DevOps VMware script.sh. Okay, so now let us see that date. Now 12:31. Let's wait for 3 minutes. Okay, let us see it will execute or not. Okay, if it is not execute means that is a time value only. Time we have given wrong time value. Okay. How to change the timings? Okay, timings in the sense is timing zones. Okay, that's what we will see now. How to change the time zones? That is very important in Linux, but in the real time we never touch this time zone, but you should know that one. Okay, but you should know that is how we are going to do that, how we are going to change the time zones in Linux operating system. Okay, so that you can understand how to set the times in Linux also. Why? Because if you are working for American project, if you do date means it will show American time. if you press date for if you are working for some Singapore timings or UK timings, at that time it will show the Singapore timings only. Okay. So look, let me execute some commands on this time date CTL. First, let me execute date command once. So now 12:33. We have set up at 12:34, right? Let's wait for one more minute. So time date CTL. Let's see whether it is having or not. So there is no command called time date CTL in this things. So you can able to find out the time details in ls-l /etc. In the etc file system you can able to find the things. So here local time, you can able to find the local time here. Look at here, this is the local time January 13th 11:36. This is PST time, I think. Okay, but anyways, let me do date again. So it's 12:33:41. Okay. Okay, let us see now 12:34, where we have need to create that inside the thing right here, right? DevOps VMware. It should create January directory. Okay, let us see here. So the script now executed means due to the timings only. Because of the timings only, it was not executed correctly. Let us change the time settings. Then we can execute this cron tab. Okay, right. So usually you can able to find the local time in etc local time. Okay, you can delete this local time also. Why? Because you can able to set up your local time. But how you are going to do means, here you need to know one more concept called symlink. Okay, symlink is nothing but symbolic link or soft link. Okay, so in the real time this symlink is also very important. Okay, if you create any one directory, and then if you want to redirect all the files from that directory to different directory, you can able to create the symbolic link. అంటే మనం ఏదైనా ఒక దాన్ని, ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను చూడండి మీకు. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఈటీసీ లోకల్ టైం అంటే ఏం చూపించింది, ఇది ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ సంబంధించిన లోకల్ టైం చూపించింది అనమాట మనకి. ఓకేనా, అంటే ఈ లోకల్ టైం అనేది మనకి చూడండి, ఇది ఒక ఫైల్, ఇది లోకల్ టైం అనేది ఒక ఫైల్. ఇది ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది మీకు, cd/etc లోకి వెళ్తే ఇక్కడ ఎల్ఎల్ అని టైప్ చేస్తే మీరు ఇక్కడ ఎల్లోకి వెళ్ళి చూడండి. సో ఎల్ఓ లోకల్ టైమ్, సి దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫైల్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో ఇఫ్ యూ క్యాట్ దట్ లోకల్ టైమ్, okay, if you cat that local time, it is showing that something local time. Okay, but we don't have permission to do that. Control T, Control C, Control X. Okay, right. So here we are in local time, but the time zones are showing in here USR file system. Okay, in the USR you need to go to share directory, cd space share. Okay, in this share you can get the information of zone info. Look at here, zone info, cd space zone info. In this zone info you can able to get the all the timings of, see here Indian timing is there, everything. If you go to Indian timing, Indian, then you will get the particular dates. So like American dates or everything like this. Okay, so go to Indian now. Okay, so go to Indian timing. So in that Indian timings also we have so many things, right? Like that we will take like Christmas or Kumao, like this we have so many things like this, but it should having some things like Indian. Okay, like we have things Africa, okay, Canada, Australia, okay, Egypt, Hong Kong, okay, and this Japan or something. Okay, we have Pacific also. Right, now we need to take this, we don't know what is this here, but what we can take here, Antananarivo, like that. It should be having some Calcutta, actually it should be
Take Maldives, bro.
take Maldives. Okay, we will take Maldives, whatever it may be. Okay, right. See, if you want to take this Maldives time means you need to symbolic link this Maldives to that local time. Okay, so how that is going to be happen means, see, ln minus s. This ln minus is nothing but if you want to create any symbolic link, you need to use ln minus s. Okay, that is nothing but to create the sim link. This is the command ln minus s is used to create the sim link. This is also very important. Okay, so how means in the meantime you can able to know all these things. ln minus s అనేది ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనేది మీకు మనం కొన్ని సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇన్ ద కమింగ్ క్లాసెస్ మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకే, బట్ అంతవరకు ఇది జస్ట్ బేసిక్స్ అనుకోండి, బేసిక్గా ఉంటుంది అంతే. బట్ ఎక్కడ పోయినా మనకి సింబాలిక్ సేమ్ అంతే, సింబాలిక్ లింక్ అనేది సేమ్ అంతే. ఓకేనా? సో నౌ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ ఈజ్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ ఎంటైర్ పాత్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్. ఓకే, సో pwd. ఓకే, సో ln space minus s space I'm going to give this entire path Indian, and then inside Indian I will take Maldives. Okay, space. So to what you need to provide the symbolic link to etc/local time. Okay, so local time, for the local time you need to provide the ln minus s. Okay, press enter. See, look at here, in creating symbolic link etc local time to use file exist. So file already exists lo undi, edi etc local time lo already undi kabatti what we need to do is rm space minus rf local time. We can delete this local time. Okay, right, we can do this local time. Now see, I have deleted that local time. Now if you want to see ls minus l slash etc means, look at here, if I want to find out that local time, see, nothing is there, login something, there is no local time. Okay, now what I am going to do is, now I will execute again this symbolic link one. Okay, press enter. See, now simply executed. Here there is no local time, it will automatically create the local time file when you are giving the ln minus s. Okay, now look at here, if I do ll here, so here Maldives there is no anything, it is showing here. But if you go to etc, okay, cd etc, here if you do ll, see, this is also symbolic links. Symbolic links will show like this. Okay, look at here, rc.local, it is symbolic link to rc.d, rc.local, like that. Okay, see here, now the local time is having the link called usr share zone info Indian Maldives. So whatever the timings in Maldives is always reflecting to local time. That's how we are creating the symbolic link by using command called ln minus s. Look at here, this is the command which we are used. Okay, like this. Now let us see, control C. Now let us see the date. Okay, see, now it got changed to MVT something 2022 Maldives standard time. Maldives time, MVT means Maldives time, January 14 140 it is showing. Okay, it is showing 140. So if I want to execute, that means we need to provide the timings also. Okay, anyways, we will do that in Amazon EC2 instance. Okay, so cron tab minus l, that is. Okay, so here what you need to do is you need to provide the dates or times or months, like that. So look at here, now it is showing minutes, hours, like that. Let us take minutes in the sense is every, what is the time now? The time is 140. Okay, so what we will do is now the time is 140. What can we do is, now for example, first we will give 45 and then we can give 1. Okay, let us do that. Cron tab minus e if you want to edit that one. Okay, so I want to give insert here, and then I'll press 1 space 43, and then I'll remove 1 star here. Okay, sorry, I need to give reverse. I have given in the reverse. First I need to give 43 minutes and then 1 hour. Okay, so I'm going to delete 1 wq not. See, 43 1 I have given. Okay, 43 1 in the sense is, that means 43 means minutes and 1 is nothing but hour. 1 hour 43 minutes. Okay, now what is the time here? Dates. So 1 hour 42:35. Let us see it will execute or not now. Okay, let us see the cron job will work out here or not. Okay, so 1 hour 43 it should be execute date 1 hour 42:51. Okay, anyways we'll go to that place, cd slash devops and then in the VMware. Okay, ll so date 143, but still it was not executed still. Okay, something wrong with the timings, that's why it is not taking. Anyways we will see in the AWS EC2 instance, but you know, you got understood, right? This is the cron job. We need to how we can able to configure this, and then you have so many examples for this cron job. I'll provide them, and then you do practice with that things. Okay, just create the script.sh something else, and then you can do that. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you. Okay, let me go to the VMware now. So here in the VMware, how much it is showing time? 1:43 AM now. It is showing same 1:43 only. Okay, 1:43. Okay. Okay, right. That's all about today's class. Tomorrow we will see that the concept called what is that? Virtual host or Apache thing. Okay, virtual host or Apache thing like that. Okay, tomorrow we will see that one. Okay, that's all about today's class.